Hello everyone, I'm Cody Koch. Welcome to the question and answer video. Let's get to it. What are your thoughts about buying struggling businesses to turn them around? Is that more profitable compared to buying well-performing businesses? Okay, so this is a very good question. I get this question a lot actually from various people asking me about turnarounds. Let's talk about it. From the statistics I've heard, if you take 10 people who go out and buy a distressed business using a leveraged buyout, something like 4 of those 10 will actually make money off of it. The other 6 will lose money on that. And there's a wide variety of reasons for that. Now, it could be that if you do it right, you lose very little 60% of the time, and you could potentially make a lot 40% of the time. So it could, in theory, be profitable overall over time, but you just may have to do several deals like this to eventually be profitable. But I would say that 60% of the time when it fails, it usually requires a great deal of time and energy, heartache. It's very emotionally difficult, and I've definitely heard more than a few stories where it ruins marriages, it ruins people's financial lives. So this is definitely not an easy path, and it's not something that I personally really want to get involved in. And here's why. In my experience, buying a struggling business that's in distress will cost as much or more to buy, fix up, and turn around with a much higher chance of failure than it would to simply go out and buy a well-performing business in the first place. Turnarounds rarely turn, and so by doing it, it's a very risky environment that I really don't want to have anything to do with in general. The only time turnarounds really work is if the buyer is very experienced in the industry. They're able to diagnose the problems with the struggling business, and they're very, very confident their fixes to the business are going to work. In that case only, does it actually make sense to try to buy a struggling business and turn it around. But even then, you should be very careful with that, all right? You should be very, very careful trusting those kind of environments. And those environments are kind of rare to find that scenario. So that's generally what I would say. I would just avoid this whole scenario as much as possible. Hit that like button if this was interesting and subscribe, and I thank you for watching.